Today I want to address a hot topic in our modern culture. It's a favorite topic of most people as it comes up in nearly every conversation. Most people love to talk about it, even when they say they don't like to talk about it. And although we love to talk about it, for some reason it can be hard to listen to others talk about it. That's weird. I know you're thinking, okay, Chad, I give up. Where are you going with all this? Hey friends, it's Chad Husted with TeamQuadzilla.com, here to share a mental fitness thought of the day because we know that healthy living starts between your ears. The topic is self, yourself, or me in this case, since I'm talking now. We like when people take interest in us so we can talk about ourselves. And if they don't ask, we are clever at inserting ourselves into the conversation with one-up stories. We all do it. Someone shares a story about their vacation or whatever, and we reply with our vacation and how it was at least as good as theirs, right? Then, many times, the subject will awkwardly change or the conversation dies altogether. Now, our natural human ego demands attention incessantly, so it's common for us to be focused on ourselves, on what we need or our desires, or that others find us interesting or important or attractive or funny or smart. You know what I mean. But there gets to be a problem when one is too self-focused, right? We label such people as arrogant or self-absorbed or otherwise not so great to be around. So I'd like to challenge you and me to use this natural inclination of self-focus to our advantage in order to increase our self-awareness and build relationships. We know that being self-absorbed is ugly, and behaving that way doesn't make us happy or help us to get what we really want, right? There's a better way for us to think of ourselves and to get what we really want, but it's entirely counterintuitive. We need to think of ourselves less. I didn't say think less of ourselves. We absolutely should have a healthy, positive self-esteem. We are not less than. However, healthy self-esteem requires the hard work of managing our ego to keep it in check. Because like I said, it demands immediate attention all the time. We need to think of ourselves less. This is a big idea that I hope to develop further in another time, but hang in there with me for a simple application for today, all right? So how do we think of ourselves less? One of my favorite ways to do this, and trust me, I know I've got a long way to go to be good at this, is to be interested instead of interesting. Did you catch that? If we are aware of our natural self-focus, then let's channel that trigger into a healthier response by asking lots of questions, being interested. For example, instead of a typical reply with a one-up story under the guise of relating to the other person, ask more questions. Tell me more is an easy one, or how did that make you feel, or what happened next? Wouldn't it feel good to be in conversation with someone who asked you these types of questions? Well, of course it would. They're taking genuine interest in you and getting to know you better. You feel valued. It's powerful. And when you're asking all the questions, the other person is more naturally drawn to you, thinking you are very nice and perhaps someone they'd like to get to know more. You become more interesting by asking questions. They may even ask you questions in return, which is way better than sharing your one-up comment and killing the conversation, right? All right, friends, this might seem like a trivial matter to fuss over, but I'm telling you it works. I've seen it personally. Someone who asks me follow-up questions with genuine interest makes that person even more interesting to me while I'm feeling valued and heard. So everybody wins. Try this today. Ask more questions and let me know how it went for you in the comments. Thanks for watching your Team Quadzilla mental fitness thought of the day. And if you have found this idea helpful, please share it with someone else. It might just prompt a great conversation.